Hey guys, welcome to another video. Today we're going to be looking at the 8 teams that made it to the Champions League quarterfinals. The first team that we're going to be looking at is Liverpool. As you can see, their formation looks like 4-3-3, and that's probably their favorite position. For the lineup, you have Alisson in net, Robertson on the left fullback. The 2 center backs will probably be Kabak and Phillips. On the right side, you have Trent Alexander-Arnold. In the midfield, I'm not 100% sure who it's going to be, but if I was Klopp, I would love to have Fabinho, Wijnaldum, Thiago here, and then the front 3 will be probably the usuals. For Liverpool, they really like transition games. So what that means is they like to press high in order to try to win the ball back as fast as possible and use that space to attack. What that means is if they do press high and raise the attacking or defensive line, these 2 players will be very responsible for winning the ball in the air and also having a 1v1 duel that will hopefully be successful. The reason why they need to win as many balls as possible is because when they win the ball and it gets to somewhere in this area, the forward players love that because Liverpool likes to attack fast and they can use the spaces, and you have Salah and Mane over here that are they love the spaces behind the defensive line. So Thiago Jota or Firmino will step out and they can use the spaces in the channels. Another way that they progress from the back is the fullbacks will spread wide. Alisson or the center backs might give them the ball, and when they have the ball, the first thing they look at is the wing forwards. So they have enough quality and technique to play through the opposing lines. So they will typically play them. Salah or Mane will turn and they can do 1v1 duels, or they can put the ball inside the middle and they can create something here. But their main thing is to win the ball back as fast as possible and basically create this scenario where they're overwhelming the opponents in their half. When they do that, Salah and Mane will tuck in, Thiago Jota will step into the middle and help out in this area. Trent Alexander and Robertson will probably be wide and high, trying to play the ball inside for these 3, and also these 2 center mids will probably be in this zone, trying to create something as well. So that's typically what you see from Liverpool. So the next team that we're going to be looking at is Real Madrid. As you can see, their formation is very similar to that of Liverpool. They like to favor 4-3-3 as well. So in that, you have Courtois on the left fullback. You have Mendy. You got Sergio Ramos if he's fit. If not, Nacho there. Varane. You got Vasquez because Carvajal is injured. Modric, Casemiro, Cruz. In this position, you can have Asensio, Vasquez, or Rodrigo, Benzema up top, and Vinicius Jr. So that's the typical lineup that Real Madrid will go with. So Real Madrid puts heavy emphasis on these 2 players because they're probably the most influential. So the midfield of Real Madrid will push, or they'll drop deep a lot of times, making the fullbacks push high and wide. But on the left side, we typically see Mendy getting tucking inside, making Vasquez go wide. On the right side, Vasquez can play inside or outside, so it really doesn't matter for this end of the pitch. And the midfields will push up as well as the defense. So this is what Real Madrid probably wants in the match as much as possible. you got Modric and Cruz, and the reason why they're here is because they probably have the most creativity and passing ability in the team. So when they have the ball, they can play to the other side with a long ball or progress the ball through the channels and creating something like that. So that's probably what they want. The problem with Real Madrid at the moment is that they're going through a time of transition, and the transition doesn't look too good. You got Benzema and Modric, Sergio Ramos, and they're all past their prime, but it doesn't seem like they have a proper backup for these players. Benzema has scored the most for Real Madrid, and he's basically keeping Real Madrid's attack alive, whereas other players, they really need to step up to help Benzema on the score sheet. So without Benzema, they're gonna have a lot of problems. And another problem that I can think of is because a lot of the players are older, they're getting a lot of injuries. So to sustain 90 minutes with full pace is very hard, and to press, it's going to take a lot of energy. What ends up happening, and you see this a lot against teams, is that when they try to press, because their intensity is not at their best, you see the other opponent escaping the pressure very easily, and they're able to counterattack using a lot of space in their back line. Zidane had to opt for a very deep defensive line, only having Benzema up front as a target man. The problem with that also is because he's isolated, it's hard for him to keep the ball and transition, and because other players are so deep, it's going to be harder for them to get the ball and get here on time, where they're getting to these positions before the defenders. So that's going to be another challenge if they're sitting deep like this. So this is basically the format of this series. I'm probably going to make the other 6 teams analysis throughout the week. Hopefully you liked this video, and if you did, I'll probably continue to use this board and these icons to explain things a little bit clearer. And if you have any feedbacks, please go ahead down in the comments. Like, subscribe, do all the good things. I'll see you guys next time.